Om Shanti. This meditation gauge can be divided into two parts, that is, indicators of a yogi while sitting in meditation and the indicators of a yogi otherwise, that is, while doing work or other behavioral indicators that others might have noticed in a yogi. I have mentioned 5 levels of depth in this table. Depth level 1. Now, first, indicators visible by others. Now, sitting quietly in one place for a long time. And in personal anubhuti, it is sitting quietly in a one place, experiencing God's love and peace. The second indicator that others might have noticed in a yogi in depth level 1 is speech is slow, powerful, and sweet. Sometimes it happens that a yogi is sitting in a meditation and suddenly a call rings, and the yogi is in a state of bliss and he or she talks, and the other person on the call can feel the speech is very slow, powerful, and sweet. Next is person likes to hear soothing songs while meditating. Others might notice that these people have a liking for only soothing and slow music while meditating. In personal experience, it can come like a person wants to immerse himself or herself in God's love by only spiritual songs while meditating. That is, no other category of soothing songs is liked by the yogi, but only those songs that has God's love immersed in it. The next thing that comes is people notice that the person or a yogi remains calm almost always, even if there's a tense situation or some challenging situation in his or her life, the person stays calm. In personal experience, it can come that a person or a yogi experiences control over speech and action, but in challenging situations, but no control over thoughts. That means the person might seem calm uh, to the outside person, but he may not be calm inside. Negative thoughts and waste thoughts might be still coming in depth level 1, but he has control over speech and action. That means the other person thinks that he is calm, but he is not actually. The next thing is health improves, or else the suffering from health issues reduces. The person seems cheerful even in fever, cold, etc. Now, here I would like to quote a personal example. I used to suffer from severe cold every now and then. Every month I used to suffer from cold, but since last 6 months, I have not been suffering from cold or fever. So I myself get surprised that how health has improved. And also when I had typhoid, our whole family had typhoid. Everyone was suffering from pain and they used to get irritated and everything else. But I used to take my injections without any fuss and used to try to be calm as far as possible, and I think that might get noticed by other persons. In personal experience, it can come that the inner happiness takes over the minor health issues and they go unnoticed. Now, in this personal example, is that I get mouth ulcers every now and then. Every month, I get 3 or 4 mouth ulcers, and they are very severe. I can't eat anything. Sometimes it really pains, but I don't tell it to everyone. I don't tell it to anyone. In fact, I just suffer by myself, and they go unnoticed by others, and sometimes by me also. The next is people also observe the person doesn't suffer from health issues every now and then, as in some cases the person doesn't show that he or she is ill, and also in some cases actually the person doesn't fall sick for a long time after practicing meditation regularly. Now, this, as earlier said, health improves, the blockages in body gets resolved, and high energy flows inside the body, so the body the health improves automatically. Also, in some cases the person doesn't show that he is ill, he is calm and peaceful inside, so he doesn't show, so the other person thinks that he or she doesn't get fall sick every now and then. In personal experience, it can come that though the person is feeling tired and sick and not willing to get up and work, but there is power to get up and work though the body is suffering from minor health issues like fever, cold, mouth ulcers, etc. Now, the second level or depth level 2, sitting without any movement for a short duration. The people might notice that the person is sitting like a statue in meditation without even moving his or her finger. In personal experience, no movement, though sometimes feel like moving. That means he or she has control over body. Yeah, I personally feel like itching sometimes, but I try to restrain from it. I don't itch while sitting in meditation. So after a while, the itching goes away on its own, and I don't move my body. The next is person speaks very very slowly. Only a few words are uttered when he or she gives a commentary, a meditation commentary. Mostly the commentary is with a lot of silence, and people notice this. In personal experience, it comes that it takes effort to speak. Person prefers to be in silence. The yogi is in such a blissful experience that he or she doesn't like to speak. The next is the person likes to switch on just soothing meditation music without songs. In first level it was only songs, but in second level it's just meditation music. And in personal experience, the person is already experiencing a lot of love for God and bliss, so need not hear songs for that. Next is the other person's notice that a yogi remains calm and makes others feel good and calm down too. An agitated person comes in contact with a yogi, he automatically calms down and listens to others. In personal experience, a person tries to convert negative thoughts to positive ones with a little effort and time. As it can be seen that when we try to give advice to others, it's easier, but when it comes to ourselves, it takes a little effort to convert the negative thoughts to positive ones. The next is people might witness a yogi crying out of love for God while sitting in meditation. In personal experience, the yogi can't stop the tears out of God's love. The next is the partner can feel, the male or female partner can feel the decrease in interest in physical relationships and the hesitation. Personally, the yogi can feel the decrease in libido. Next is depth level 3. In this, sitting like a statue for a longer duration, people might notice that a yogi is sitting just like a statue with no movement for such a long duration of time, maybe hour, 2 hours, or 3 hours. And in personal experience, no movement for longer duration, though tingling in legs happens and other types of sensations happen in the body, but still no movement. Next is a yogi wants to meditate without music, in complete silence. People might notice that he is sitting without meditation music or any such resorts. In personal experience, the yogi might feel complete silence, inner silence as well as outer silence. In depth level 2, there were negative or positive thoughts that he might not have control over, but in depth level 3, the person has control over his or her thoughts most of the times. In this, the person or a yogi controls thoughts within a second and converts bad vibes to good vibes. The opponents feel the good vibes sent by a yogi and start changing their perception about the yogi whom they used to oppose. In my personal experience, I have come across many people who had opposed me, but slowly when I started giving them good vibes, almost always, their attitude and perception towards me slowly and steadily changed. The next is the partner feels a lot of effort required to sexually arouse a yogi. In personal experience, no libido, but it gets triggered by strong stimulus. Next is yogi has control over crying and tears flowing down the cheeks. Now, in depth level 4, the person seems calm and meditative even in noise. In outer noisy situation, also, other persons might notice that a person is very calm and in a meditative state of mind. Now, in personal experience, the no movement, even though feel like itching somewhere in the body. I have mentioned this in depth level 1 or 2, but it can also come in depth level 4 depending upon the intensity of the itching. The itching might be very strong due to any wound that is drying up. The itching was very strong, but in depth level 4, the yogi has the power to not itch it. The next is the person converts a foe to friend. Here's a spelling mistake here. It is a person converts foe, that means an enemy, to friend by sending good vibes. In personal experience, there's one more point. Person can meditate even while doing daily activities. Need not sit in one place to meditate. Next is yogi continuously sends good vibes to all, whether friend or a foe, and in that way he or she converts foe to a friend by sending good vibes continuously. The next is the partner feels the yogi has lost complete interest in physical relationships. Person doesn't get excited even after outer stimulus. Next is a personal experience that various faces are visible whom a yogi might not have seen in this birth, but they may feel familiar, very, very familiar. Next is the mind is able to put a full stop on the current thought in a second. The yogi can experience personally that though this moment a thought is coming that is not desirable, he can immediately put a full stop on it in a second. Next is as mentioned earlier, there is a loss of libido. Now coming to the depth level 5. In this, the person or a yogi seems calm even in challenging outer environment, like facing an angry crowd, amidst fire, earthquake, flood, etc. There's big challenges, but still the yogi can remain calm. In personal experience, it can come that there is no movement even in case of feeling like coughing while sitting in meditation. There's severe coughing and still the yogi can control himself. And in worst outer situations like flood and earthquakes, yogi can still not move his body and sit still. The next is that the other people can notice can feel the good vibes and feel peaceful as a yogi is around them or in the same room. As we all know about Dadi Janki, how a foreigner group was feeling very calm and peaceful and asked Dadi that what was that when you entered the room we all felt so peaceful and calm. The next in personal experience, as mentioned earlier, the yogi can even meditate in chaotic surrounding conditions. The next is complete control over senses. A yogi has a control over his eyes, what to see, what to talk, what to hear, what to smell, what to touch. Everything, a single thing, can be controlled by a yogi. Absolute control over all the senses, all the sense organs. The next, the person can feel bodiless by just looking into the eyes of a yogi, what we call as drishti. In personal experience, the yogi feels ecstatic, cheerful, and super sensuous joy throughout the day. There is atindriya sukh throughout the day in and day out by the yogi. That was it as perceived by me. I might have missed many things, I know, but this is what I felt about all the depth levels. Thank you. Om Shanti.